Terrell from your Black Sheep here. Follow up on the last video. This is the second part of PUA evolution or day game evolution, whatever you call it, but from beginner to advanced. I'm still in the late phase of intermediate, but I guess I will try my best to explain everything. And if something you guys don't agree or you think something else, have another idea, feel free to comment below. So, this is just my experience so far. And what I see so far, what I learned so far, everything I put together for the last 7 years, and I will reference some of my experience. So it might not be, it might not related to what you guys experience. Also, another reminder: this is an art. Called pickup artist. It's a, it's not the same for everybody. You can draw a triangle different from my triangle. You can view things in different perspective. It's the same piano song, but two people play gonna be slightly different. So also it's a game. Don't take it too serious. So let's start it. Let's see. So you go from beginner to intermediate. That took me about 5 years. I didn't take any coaching. Couldn't afford any. So it took me longer. So I probably could have done it a bit faster. If I live in a bigger city, pay for more coaching. I live in on an average city, one of the hardest dating city in the US. So that's also another factor as well. But I didn't complain on it. I I I think it was because of that it helped my game a lot more as I play game in the advanced level instead of beginner level. So it does help my game because in order to get late here, I have to be a lot better than if I was in California, New York. I could be wrong, but your sticking point is the same anywhere. So if you couldn't do it in your city, you have the same issue. So don't think about the other guy had it easier, the other city had it easier. The grass always green on the other side. Excuse me. So intermediate. This is if you are intermediate, you might be able to more related to this. So when you become to get a little more consistent, which is this point, not many people talk about this besides Tom, that you involve more sex, relationship, feminine energy, the shit in your past come up because when you're with somebody, you're really into someone, all the shit come up. Also, the other shit of the other person also come up that you have to deal with, but you never had to deal with it before. Because you just go from approach to approach to approach, set close. You never had it be able to get them to stay. But when you get into intermediate, you will be able to get a girl to stay with you, and they want to see you again and again. And that's when all your insecure will come out, or their insecure will also come out. Whatever you had that in the past, it will come out because you can fake it to a certain point. But if you not really become that attractive guy, they will find out. And even so, sorry, I'm doing some hot chocolate. Even when you become the attractive guy, there's a part of you that like have something bad childhood trauma, some shit in the past. There's a lot of things that you're not able to change it completely, but you act like, but because again, it make you look a lot higher value than you actually. So a lot of those things it will come out, and you won't be able to hide it. You just have to accept it, figure it out, and fix it. I went through this so many times that I be with a girl I really like and become so needy, attached to her, and she just left. He said, "Oh wait, I thought this guy was a high value guy. Why did he act like that? I don't even know why I acted like that." And I have to find books and learn my way. Why did I get attached so quickly? Something like that. And one of the issues I'm working on as well. I just want to be transparent here. I'm not like the best. I'm just the guy been in the game for 7 years and just winging it, reading, learning by myself. Never paid for any coaching. Never could afford one. So now I'm just trying to help you guys back to see, just giving free content like Tom did, and hopefully it's gonna help you guys. Let's see if we see water here. Hmm. So let's say you're at intermediate. Sorry for delaying too long. Intermediate, you get laid once every 30, 50 girl you approach, you get laid. You get sex. Sometimes it's a one night stand. So when you see the girl again, she move away, she can back to visit you. You get involved into a relationship more and more. and you decide to learn about a red pill, because at this point you can still, it's hard to game as a blue pill and getting laid at this point if you don't take a red pill. Usually, if you get intermediate, you pretty much forced to take a red pill because you starting seeing girls with girlfriends and a husband cheating on their boyfriend and husband with you. So it's hard to deny the red pill. You can and keep playing it as a blue pill, but most of the guy, when they see that, like, okay, why does it happen? Why? What if she's gonna cheat on me? If I start seeing her more often, even though you really like her, like then you start reading more about red pill. Like, why girl cheat? I think Tom did recommend a couple of books like Sperm Wars. I think Todd Valentino also recommended Sperm War, The Evolution of Desire, uh, The Selfish Gene, the Rational Male. There's so many books about red pill, but don't go too deep on it. But you can know why women cheat, why the evolutionary, why um, alpha fucking beta bucks, why go wanna make a guy stay, why go trying to betalize the alpha when she got him. And not only so, when you know the theory, to my previous podcast, when you knowing the theory is different, but when you experience the theory in person, it will be it put things in a very different perspective, because you can really see how the red pill fucked up the girl life, and how we have it harder in the short term. It's actually good for us, and girl have it so easy on attention, on the free sex, free food, free drink, free stuff. The guy showering at her kind of fuck off in the long run. When you experience this in person, it putting in a very different perspective, that you don't really feel like you you don't feel like you're fighting with that frame. You don't feel like you're fighting with her trying to get her, but you feel more, if you kind of you kind of feel bad for the girl. Like, oh wow, it really fuck her life up, and because everything's so easy, make her, she couldn't know how to deal with shit when shit happened. Um, so that putting is in a different way when you see it. So once you take the red pill, either voluntarily or forcefully, when you take a red pill, you have two options. You keep going forward with the red pill, use it as your advantage, and accept it. Not only, yes, Tommy said use it as your advantage. That that how you play the game, because of red pill. That when you get when you get close to advanced level, you need the red pill. You need to know why women act the way we do. Otherwise, you won't be able to to be advanced at your game. But it also, what was I? From the red pill. But if you talk, a lot of guy not only have to um, not only you have to accept it, you have to experience it in person, because once you experience in person, yeah, it changed everything. But let's say in this stage, there are guys decide to go forward with it and get better at the game. Even the rep will help their game, push the game to another level, to up here. However, I would say 50% of the guy that took the red pill, I think more than that, become purple pill, which Tom talked about, when they want to come, they want to go back. They don't. Even me, sometimes you feel it's so hard. Thing is so hard, dating is so hard, and evolution is so unfair. It's so tough. So you don't want to, you don't want to keep playing the game. You just want to come back, become blue pill. You want to forget all about it. You just want to find a good girls, and she stay with you, and you cuddle with her, and be snuggling and nice, watch a movie, and like get back to a romance, Disney romance. You forget all about it, because the red pill could be very stressful sometimes, and I think Tom did talk about the the bitterness of the red pill. So they have a side effect when you take a red pill. And it's very easy to take the easy way out. I see so many guys I game with over the years. that they start become hating women. Like, all these bitches, they kind of take advantage of us, become bitterness. They hate women. They moan online. They become actor like fuck all the women, even the good player, not just like loser, because people think that only loser become when you start learning about the game. Oh, why this guy doesn't like women? Uh, mm, what they probably hate women because they couldn't get women. That's what you think initially when you become when you was a beginner, like, and you get some luck or you get close to intermediate, you would think, wow, all these guys hating women are like those guys probably like fat gamer guys sitting at home jerking off with porn. That's why they hate women because the women didn't give them any. But then when you took the red pill, like, oh, holy shit, it's actually it's not that simple. Things quite complicated, and now I'm kind of tired. I don't want to move forward. I want to get back to the purple pill and just become. I just want to get no. I don't want to get back to the blue pill, but you can't go back because when you took the red pill, you know the truth. You can't go back and pretend that you don't. Like in the movie The Matrix, there's I think a guy he tried to make the first version that he tried to make a deal with a machine so he can go back in sleeping and have a good life, but it didn't end well because he already know the truth. There's no way to go back. There's a lot of guys trying to go back and they become the purple pill, and that's it's just go downward spiral, become more negative. Especially when you be able to get women, but now you can't do it anymore. It feels worse. Like when you blue pill and you don't have no game, it doesn't feel bad. Well, I guess it's just me. I don't have any women. But now you had the ability to get women, but you can't have women because you start have some bitterness, some hatred, and some angry at the game and women. So even sometimes when you have women and have sex, you still you can't enjoy it. You're like, fuck, man, she's gonna leave the next day. Oh, she's gonna stay. She's gonna try to get pregnant. She's gonna take my money. Like they even if they have women or they don't have women, they good women or they bad women, they become when they go this stage, it go downward spiral really really bad. So check out a couple on the Purple Pill podcast of Tom for that. Mm. And let's see, I would say so. Day game dropout or game dropout in general about 90%. So 10% make it to intermediate, and 5% decided to take the red pill and not giving up, and maybe 1% of them actually moving forward the red pill. Might be a little bit higher, but I think well 1%. This is of guy in the world, not just in the community. So once you decide to let the red pill liberate you and move forward, there's more challenge. It's not easy. Because you become the two type of advanced game gamer. One is players, one is lover. Do we know what's the difference between the players and lovers? I guess a lot of people don't talk about it, and it's even in the book, the game, but nobody pay attention. One of the first rule of a game when Mystery created is very important code that I always follow myself, but most guys don't. Is even in the book, the game, they say always leave the girl better than you found her. So from my perspective, a lover always leave the girl better than he found her. Better emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, anything that you have to leave her better. At least so when the girl that I see and I stop seeing her and we texting maybe 6 months later, or when she moved away, she's like, hey, I'm glad that you came up to me that day. And that's make me happy because, hey, I did it right. I did the right thing. I chose the hard way, but I did it right. And you see the girl again. The player, on the other hand, usually have a more one night stand, move on, and they don't care. Even sometimes when they see the girl again, they don't care about a girl feeling or emotion. They just want to get their dick wet and move on. Keep notch after notch after notch. I would say they kind of in between red pill and purple pill. They should be they should be on this side instead. Um, they're between red and purple pill. They still kind of they don't hate women, but they don't care about women. That's the difference between lover and player. They both be able to pass the purple pill and not get too angry and to the downward spiral. But player, they don't hate women, but they don't care about women. So they don't care if you get better or worse. As long as they get what they want, they happy. But the lover always have to make the girl happy, always leave her better. And these two gonna evolve when they keep getting better and better and better. The player gonna become a manipulator and seducer. This is 1%. So the 1% of guy get to player and lover, and I would say 1% of those 1%. This is 0.1% of guy in the world has actually become a manipulator or seducer. So it's very small percentage. Uh, and before when you're playing the game, you're like, oh, what if there's another guy better game than me, gonna take my girl, blah 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 blah. But you have to know that the percentage is very low. And if she's gonna cheat on you, she's gonna cheat on you anyway. Doesn't have to be with another guy has better game than you, so don't feel insecure about it. And even if gonna be another guy with game better than you, this is 0.01% or 0.001% if you're intermediate. So it's very low chance. And you should willing to take the risk because the risk is way lower than the risk that she might cheat on you just because she's not happy. So I gotta stop being insecure about the game when they real like this. So let's see when the lover becomes seducer, about 0.01% of guy like Mystery, guy like Tom Torero, these seducer they had the power of um, seducing the girl and put her in a bubble of love or a bubble of reality that only he and the girl and make her forget about anything in life. Just give her a totally different experience that she never have in her life. Excuse me. And it's just the girl she got lost into it and she love it. But also when the guy leave, they become transparent. Like, hey, I'm not your boyfriend. I'm just here for this experience and the reality of we merge together, and I'll give you this bubble of affection of a dream world that they always dream when we was a little girl of the shining white knight that give them all the from the bad boy. This is a mixture of good bad boy that Tom always said. From the badass guy, from the evil guy, mixed with the white knight guys. Like mix the shining white knight, mix both half and half, and the girl just like, oh, it's the perfect guy. Um, you know, so they could get lost into it. But she only leave happier because everything is transparent. But when the player evolve, they become a manipulators, which they had the ability to manipulate a girl in a certain way that the girl lost her reality and just keep chasing, going crazy about this guy, even though this guy treats her like shit. A lot of girls like guy treat them like shit because they have some daddy issues, some childhood issues, and those guys usually doesn't get good because they just treat girl bad and they just do their thing, so their life kind of got fucked up. They never get good, but sometimes 1% of them actually get good with the game, then become manipulator. I also remember what Julian Blanc was that if someone get manipulated into something, as if someone got was easy to manipulate into something, they can also be easy manipulate out of something. So when girl got with this manipulator, they couldn't leave because they got stuck in the cycle of chasing this guy. They couldn't leave this guy, but it's getting more painful and more painful and more painful for the girl. Up to one point, girl couldn't deal with it anymore. Her self-esteem got fucked up. Her life got fucked up. She gave her all the money, give her all the energy, all the affection to this guy, and she keep getting down, feel worse and worse. She feel less of a person. That's the other girl she told me when she with abusive guy. She was less of a person, less of a person. emotionally abused, not only physical. And then get to one point, if you're so low, they just get out. Sometimes they come back and forth, but in the end, they leave. And they leave a lot worse than before they meet the guy. So that's the manipulator. But they're really good at keeping the girl around and know how to play the game in a certain way that that make the girl go crazy about them. Seducer, they also do that, but they do that with love, not because they need something. They want to give the girl experience. They want to have an experience together. The manipulators just want to get something out because they don't feel enough about themselves. So the seducer is very confident. They feel enough. They feel alpha. They feel good. They feel like they want to share. They have so much love to share, so much positivity to share, and they not only feel, they know that when the girl with them, the girl will always get something out better. The girl will always be better because the girl not in their level, and they just lift the girl up. But the manipulator, because they never had enough themselves, they don't think that they are enough, so they have to use all technique to keep the girl around so they can feel enough. And usually it doesn't work. And a lot of people think, oh, the guy doesn't feel enough, they're not confident, they won't be able to get good with girls. But some guy get very good at technical. It's an art. So some guy can be really good at faking it and manipulating it, even though they're not confident, they don't feel good about themselves, but they can get good at the game. It's a small percentage. That's why I said 0.01%. But there are people like that out there. Not just game, live in general. You can use all the experience for live in general, not just game. But I'm focusing more on game right now. So when you get to the top, this is rare. I don't know if I will even be able to get into this in my lifetime. Or so many pickup coach. I don't think they're not even on this level at all. I think Tom is pretty close to a seducer. Tom and Mystery, he did only two people that I know. Maybe Todd Valentine, Todd Lee. There are only very few people I know that can get to this level. I think Julian Blanc, he used to be, he kind of in between. He kind of like, but a lot of time he kind of a little bit more on the manipulative side, but he was so good at it. If you see on the video, like he kind of push the girl away, pushing her button. That's why I think it's kind of messed his life up in the end, not because of the scandal, but then after the scandal, like I think he realized that it doesn't work for him. It doesn't make his life better. It's making his life worse. That's why he changed to a different self-improvement shit. Or maybe he just want to try to keep making money and avoid scandal. I don't know which one. Just my guess. So, very few example I can. Casanova also a good seducer, but a very few example that I can show you guys here because it's only 0.01%. You know. So yeah, this is the intermediate to advanced. There's a lot of more on each level. There's a lot of things to talk about on each level and each topic. I would advise look up Tom Torero podcast for additional information. But if you guys in the intermediate level, I just want to put this out here as a warning, as a guideline, as hmm, anything that I can help you guys prepare for shit that gonna come. Because it's going to come, trust me. I didn't think about this shit gonna come. I didn't know this gonna come. I had no roadmap. I did listen to Tom podcast, but it nothing in a roadmap like podcast. They give you a topic here and there, but I didn't know. I didn't have a roadmap to see what might come next. That's the reason I make this video. So I hope it gonna help you guys in the future. Or I just make it for my son in the future if I'm going to ever to have one. Yeah. So feel free. I guess I ended here. Took a little bit longer. I ran a little bit too much. Sorry. So yeah, feel free to comment below to see what you guys think. What topic you would like to hear next. Any of these in this section you want me to expand more on? Comment below. Subscribe. Join the Discord. Great community. We try to gather everyone together. It's free. Sharing free content, helping each other out. Just be positive. Otherwise, I'll fucking ban you if you become negative. Be positive, help each other out, if anything. Yeah, trying to make the game free and carry the torches for Tom. I changed my last name to Torero, so yeah, I'll keep doing this. I hope I'll have the content for Tom I have everything on my computer now, so I just need to find a way to share it more efficient than the P cloud that we tried last time. Fucking wasted $45. I mean, $50. But I want to try to find another way to share it out. Uh, I'll have it out soon. Don't hold your breath on it, but I will have it out soon. I promise. To Tom and you guys. Okay. Maybe I'll make another couple podcasts if you guys anything you wanna hear, wanna learn, wanna make to expand on. Tom went through a lot of these already, so Tom podcast is amazing. But whatever I think that Tom didn't cover, I think that might be useful for any of you guys. I'll make more video. Or let me know what you guys wanna hear, wanna learn more. And yeah, until next time.